Hello, welcome to my channel, and today we'll see Java 8 Stream API. So it is from Java 8 Future. So first we will see what is the Stream API. Streams is a data flow. You don't store any data. Basically, streams we are using to filtering out the data from the collections. Okay. So if you want to creating the streams, there are the multiple ways. One is from the collection side, collection.stream method. You can use this one to create the stream. Another one is arrays side, arrays.stream. You can pass arrays as an argument, so it will create the stream for that array. And another one is stream.off method. You can use this one to create the streams. Two types of operators are there. One is intermediate operator, another one is terminal operator. See this intermediate operators, it is a lazy loading actually. So until it will not execute to define the terminal operator. Okay, so here are the some of the common intermediate operators like filters, map, flat map, sorted. These are the some commonly used intermediate operators. All these operator will see in the demo how to use these operators into the code level. Okay, and if you come to this below, so there is a for each loop, collect, reduce. These are also coming under the terminal operator, because it will return the data. So here it will not return the data, it is completely flowing the data. Okay, so whenever you are applying a terminator operator, then only the intermediate operator will also execute. Until it will won't execute, so like this it will perform the lazy loading. So due to this one, our application performance is also increased using the stream API. And there is a collector. So while working with the streams API, so we need to collect all the data. So once filtration is done, we need to collect the data using the terminal operator. For that one, you can use the collectors. Collector of collectors usually we need to use. For example, if you want to convert as a list, you can use collector.toList. If you want to convert as a set, you can use collector.toSet. So these are the common method usually we'll use in the collectors level, like toList, toSet, tomap, joining, group by. All these things we'll see in the use case also. Okay. And here is the parallel streaming. So creates a parallel stream from collection. For example, here one collection. If you want to execute that process as soon as possible, we'll see in coming videos how this parallel streams will work. So just now we discussed about the lady evaluation, how it will be executed without terminal operator. Intermediate operators are not executed. Due to this will help the optimization of the performance of this application. Okay. So also there are short circuit operators like any match, all match, non-match, find first, and find any also. So these are also, you can see how this short circuit operators will use. Okay, so now we'll see the some examples on this streams API in the code level. Okay, so let's start here. Yeah, for this one, first we can create one class. Let me create one class. The class name can define as a employee. For example, here is employee class, and this employee class having some data members. For example, private string first name, private string last name, private double salary, and private list of string like projects. Okay, these are the some data members inside the employee class, and we can create setters and getters for this. Right click, generators, right click, generate. You can use the setters. So I want to generate the setters for all this, then you can define. So setters are generated. Now we'll define the getters for that one. Right click, generate getter methods. We want to create for all, so getters also generated. Now we can create one constructor also for this. So for the constructor, we'll also use will all argument constructor. Okay, so this is the constructor. Okay, and here is some import is expecting, import the total. Okay, now our employee class is ready. Okay, now we'll do that operations on this class. Okay, so for that one we can create one more test class for this one. For example, test stream API. Okay, this is the class. So in tick, so while loading the class itself, we will insert this data into this. Okay, list of employee, like employee list equal to new array list. Okay, so here we are filling this list of employees. Now I'll add few employees into this collection. Okay, I am added 3 employees into employees list. Now we'll try to print those employee list using lambda expression. Okay, so for that one we need to convert into the string dot for each, then we can go with the employee, then system dot out dot println of employee. So if you see this output of this class, so if you observe this output, so this is printing these 3 objects whatever available in the employee list. Okay, so here we are using the for each. So if you see for each is a terminal operator because it is returning the data, performing an action for each element. It is returning the data. So here returning the data, it is like terminal operator. In the next scenario, what we'll do, we'll try to increment employee salary into 10% and print those values. Okay, so 10% we'll try to increment using the streams. Okay, so for that one what we need to do, we can take this collection, then we can apply the stream, then we need to apply map here. Why we are using map here is map will take the input as one object and it will convert into the different object. Okay, so if you also observe this map function, it is returning again stream only, because if the method is returning against stream, then it is a intermediate operator. Okay, not it is not a terminal, it is intermediate. Okay, whenever the methods is returning stream, then it is intermediate. Okay, so now we can use a map and you can take the employee, and again it is a lambda expression. Now we need to create object of employee one by one because we need to increment 10% salary to all the employees, right? So for that reason we are using the new and creating the new employee object for that. Okay, so in the employee class we have the field like 4 fields. We have one is for first name and another one is for getting last name, and now we'll apply the increment on the salary. You can first get the salary, add string 1 into 1.10. so like this we need to mention our logic on the increment point of view. Okay, then we'll take one more field, employee dot get projects. Okay, so till now it is an intermediate operator, so this intermediate operator will not execute until to define the terminal operator. So how to define the terminal operator? Now once you did this logic, then we need to collect the data. So for that one you need to use dot collect and collectors. Okay, so in the collectors there are so many methods. Now we need to return as a list. In this case we need to use to list. Okay, so it will return as a list. So how to return the list? List dot employee of increment, salary increment, salary increment. See, so if you observe this code, so here we are using the map is intermediate operator, and last line is a terminal operator. Terminal operator will return the data. Okay, so this intermediate operator will not execute until to define this terminal operators. Okay, if you observe this documentation also, so this is the terminal operators, these are the intermediate operations. So in the intermediate operations we are using filter and map. Now we are using the map. Okay, so in the terminal operations here we are using like for each collect. Now we are using the collect from the terminal operations. Okay, these are the terminal operations. Now what we need to do in the next case, in the next case we'll try to, so now we return to the list, right? We'll try to return to the set. So in this case what we need to do, so this logic is same. Instead of using the collector we need to use the list. You need to use the set. Okay, so for that one we can use the employee list that streams dot map employee using the lambda expression new employee dot get first name from employee dot get last name from employee dot get salary into 1.10, it is a 10%, then employee dot get projects. Okay, this is the, see, again till map. Now till map it is returning into the stream. Okay, so if it is a stream, it is a intermediate operations. Okay, so now we need to collect the data using again collection, and can use the collector dot. Now instead of list we need to use a set. So in this case we need to go to the set, so we can type to set. Yeah, here if you see this is returning the to set. Okay, so how to handle this one, using the set and employee increment salary. Okay, sorry, we need to write this one here. Okay, set of employee salary increment. Okay, showing salary increment is already defined. Okay, now we can use increment. Okay, and finally we'll display this system dot out dot println increment. Okay, so if you observe this output and about this one, this is the list and this is the set. If you observe this output, you can run this main method. If you see this output of this, so here is the our output actually. Otherwise we'll comment this line. This is already done, right? We'll comment this one, and here we missed to keep this sys out. We'll try to put one sys out here, and I will select salary increment. For identification purpose we'll give this salary increment here, and we'll see how it will to differentiate this output. And if you run this one again, Now if you see, this is the salary increment. In the salary increment 55,000, this is a list, this is a set as a return type. Okay, and in the next use case, what we need to do, we need to put one condition saying that if the salary is greater than 6,000, okay, instead of 5,000 we'll put salary is greater than 6,000, then only we'll give some increment. Okay, here now what we need to do, so in this case, so we are putting some if condition, right? So if you want to put those kind of conditions into the streams API, then we need to use the filters here. Okay, filters needs to use for the if conditions if you want to put that such a kind of conditions. Okay, now what we need to do, take the collection. Okay, we are in out of the method, we need to go inside the method. You can take the collection employee list dot streams dot. Now we need to check the condition. For that one we can go with the filter, and you can take the employee dot get salary greater than 5,000. Greater than 5,000 means we'll get the two employees. If you give greater than 6,000, only one employee will get. So I'm keeping 5,000. Now it should increment 10% to the two people. Okay, dot 0 5,000. Now condition is done. Now we need to add the increment for that one. Okay, what we need to that, we need to create a employee object for that one. Okay, employee new employee dot get first name, employee dot get last name, employee dot get salary has 10%, employee dot get project. So this is the logic. Okay, so now we need to finally collect the data. You can use collectors dot to, you can use either to list or to set, whatever you want. Okay, now again we can print this value. This is the list, so I am using this list of employee. Okay, now I am added some filter, right? This one, so we'll keep result. Okay, this is the logic. So here I'm keeping one condition saying that if the employee salary is greater than 5,000, then only we need to give increment. Okay, to execute this one. Now if you see, this is the result. So Tony 6,600 and Wilson 7,700, but 5,500 that employee John is not updated. Why? Because we are keeping some if condition saying that this one. Okay, like this we need to put if condition using the filter. So filter is also returning string only. So this is a intermediate operation. Map also returning string. This is also intermediate operation. If you see this collect method is a terminal operation. So it will return the data finally. Okay. Okay. So in another use case, if you see, for each is covered, collect is covered as per this terminal operator. Coming to intermediate operator, we covered filter, map, another use case. In the use case, first we need to print only first employee. Okay, is dot stream filter employee dot get salary greater than 5,000 dot map employee new employee, will copy paste as it is this one. So I'm adding the same condition, but after that we'll use first find first. Okay, so if you see the find first will returning the optional. Find first is returning option. Optional means data is exist, else data is not there in the both cases. Okay, so it will returning the option. So in this case we need to handle that exception. For that one we need to use or. If it is returning fine, if it is not there anything, then we can return the value as null. Okay, so if you see we are using here find first. So what is the find first? So if you see the terminal operation, so here is the find first. Okay, so this is a find first. So it is also comes under terminal operations. So if you see the find first, and it will return only one employee objects. Okay, because we are expecting only one employee object, that is the first one, first employee. Okay, so in this case just we need to print that employee object system.out.println of emp. Okay, and if you observe this is out, emp is out, right? So just will keep, yeah, if you observe this is out, you can run this program, and if you see that emp. Okay, so now if you see it is returning only one employee or the first one. Okay, after increment previous, in the previous result we have two employees object, Tony as well as a Wilson. Now in that it is returning only one. Like this we need to apply the condition to fetch first employee. Okay, find first is the method we need to use. It is returning the optional. If your data is available, it will return the data. If data is not available, for example here we are giving 5,000, right? If you give the 7,000, there is no employee greater than 7,000. In this case it will return the exception. So it will come to or else then it will return to the null directly. So because we are handling that one. Okay, if you see this one, if you observe this, see emp is null it is showing. Okay, so like this we need to handle that. So in the next we'll go with flat map here. So what flat map will do? So transforms each element into stream of flattens the result. For example, you have the employee object. So in the employee object, I have the projects. Projects also it is a list of strings only. So I don't want the list of strings. I want normal string. So in this case, we need to go with the flat map. We'll see how to convert that one. So first you can take the employee list. Employee list dot stream dot map, because we don't have any condition, directly you can iterate from the collection. Okay, so employee dot get, I want only projects. So now I'm passing the employee, but I'm expecting only the projects. So from this project we can do the flat map. Okay, what it will look flat map? We need list this list of strings into the strings. Okay, so for that one strings dot stream, string of streams. Then finally we'll collect the data. Collect us. So what is the method? We need to show that one into a single list. If you see these join character sequence, okay, you can use this one. It will return in the string. So if you want to put any separator for that also, you can use the separator. So it will print projects separated by the comma. So we need to handle this response. This is a normal string only, so we can use string 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 projects. Okay, so if you observe this output, system.out.println. So in this case we need to return this projects. So if you observe this output of this, see this one, it is written project A, project B, project C, and D, E, F as separated by the comma. Okay, like this we need to convert that employee list into inside the employee list we have the list of projects, right? That project we can convert into the strings. For that reason we are using this flat map. Okay, so in the next we'll see the some of the circuit operators. Okay, so for example employee list dot stream dot, for example I want to skip first element from the list, so in this case we can use the strip, we can pass the value as 1, and also I want to print only one element. For example I have the 3 now, so we are skipping 1 and limit we are giving the 1, then we'll collect test dot to list. This is also list of strings only, list of employees, not the strings. So if you print this value as a result 1, if you call this method, so if you see this output, so in the result 1, it is printing only 1. What it is printing? Tony. Tony is the middle one. So I'm skipping 1 and limiting into only 1, and the second one is not printing. If you are giving the limit as a 2, then it will print the 2 variable, 2 objects. Okay, so this is the one kind of circuit operation. Next, now we'll do some sorting things. So what we need to for the sorting, employee list dot streams dot sorted, and we need to pass 2 objects for that, object 1 and object 2, 2 objects, and object 1 dot get object 1 dot get first name based on the names we'll do. Okay, object 1 dot get first name dot compare ignore case object 2 dot get first name. Then after that we'll collect the data, collectors dot to list. So again it is a so here we are using the sorted. Okay, so we are just sorting the objects based on the name, first name on the employee object. If you run this one, and if you see this sorted, Cummings John, after that Tony, after that Williams. Okay, it is already sorted only. Otherwise if you want you can change this one to, I'll keep William into the top, John into the last. Okay, now you can run this one and observe how this comparator will work. See, again John, then Tony, then Wilson, it is working. Okay, so because we are using these comparators to sort based on the first name, and if you want to sort based on the salary also you can do, instead of get first name you can use the get salary, and you can do the compare, and you can print that value. You can try this one also, it will work. Whatever the fields you want you can just try it on that. Okay, it will work. Completed filter and map, flat map, sorted. These are 4 things I completed from the intermediate operator side. And when you come into the terminal operator, I have completed for each, collect and find first. You can try from other methods also from your side. Thank you. If this video is helpful for you, please like, share and subscribe my channel.